Let me, before I start my presentation, and just take a few moments and reflect on the conflict and the conflict relationship with food security and resilience. I think, to be fair, we have not given the conflict role in this meeting, not necessarily now what we are going to do, but generally the important role it plays really in creating serious food security problems and also the affecting the resilience of population. I will start from a different point, which Clement has started saying that, as he said, the food security has created conflict in some part of Middle East. It is true. However, in many other parts, conflict has created food insecurity. And that is an important area where we should be looking at it, and we should also be researching on that. It is not one way, it is not linear, which one creates one, the other, but it is important to know that also the conflict in many countries within the Arab region and also and mainly in other parts of the world, it has influenced the food security and resilience of population in many ways. So that is an important point I just want to highlight. As the previous speakers have highlighted the main challenges in the region, and without going into in depth, I just wanted to refer to the high dependency on food importation. I think the chair has mentioned that, look, the Arab region is not a homogeneous region. We have countries who have capacity to import. So the food security challenges are different from the other countries where they have the resources to produce, but due to many reasons they are unable to produce, including conflict and also including the scarcity of resources and also high environmental degradation and climate shocks. The third area which I just really want to refer to is a weakened capacity of social system and social protection to address inequalities and also to address the problem of exclusion and inclusion problems which we face of different sectors of population. I think all those above challenges have in many ways diminished the capacities of households, communities, systems and governments in the region to prepare for and withstand and recover from shocks. In my rest of presentation, I just want to really focus on how WFP has contributed in addressing the food insecurity problems and resilience in the region. And the second part will be the areas or the way forward which we are going to move, and we want to give some recommendation in that area. WFP, there have been a lot of discussion about the role of WFP and the role of WFP as the major or the main or an important humanitarian agency. I think WFP takes pride of really doing humanitarian work and doing it very well. And I must say, we have not in the process, I think, one of the main agencies who have been looking into studying, supporting community resilience and household resilience over time. And we have learned a lot from our experiences throughout for many decades of the support which WFP has been providing to communities to withstand shocks. And we have studied the absorptive capacity of the communities and their adaptability to the shocks, and also the transformation which took place in many countries. And one of those countries which we are talking about is Ethiopia. which a lot of discussion has been, or a lot of issues has been raised on that one. So Well Report program is supporting, in the region, is supporting community-based strategies and opportunities in rural setting through tailoring activities to address context-specific shocks. I mean, there are some countries, and again, not the entire region, there are countries where we have been able to create assets for the community, improved their income generation capabilities, working in the rehabilitation and nutritional works. Secondly, we have been strengthening the national and regional early warning systems and vulnerability assessment and monitoring capacity through the enhancement of early warning services and food and nutrition security monitoring system, which we have established in many countries, and it is functioning really, and it is functioning very well. Thirdly, we have been testing innovative approaches in emergencies, which have the potential of strong secondary impacts on local economy and employment opportunities, including scaling up cash and voucher intervention through linking these initiatives with government-led safety net programs in the region. And if I may refer our latest experience in Syria and sub-region, in Lebanon, Jordan, and also in Palestine are examples. Supporting national safety net and national social protection system, as you are aware that majority of our countries in this region are middle-income countries, and we have been really working with those countries in supporting their public distribution system, their food subsidy system, and also other social protection system, both in terms of in areas of education and nutrition and many other areas. So I think despite all our efforts and efforts of many in these areas of supporting the resilience and food security of population in this region, there has been and there is still a major gap which need to be looked into by all agencies and come together to look for innovative partnerships that are responsive to government, community, and household, that focus on building resilience capacity whilst providing stability, social inclusion, and equity, rather than just addressing only the needs which are very much well known in this region. I would go, given this, I would just go into forward in really what are the areas which we should be looking to work together in the future, and how we could address this one. The first area is addressing recurrent and multifaceted shocks through more holistic, context-specific programs that are able to tackle a set of risk factors and deliver resilience outcome. I think this is an important area which includes strengthening approaches to emergency preparedness response to ensure rapid livelihood response to shocks, and also reducing livelihood gains lost in a disaster, and thereby working to bridge the humanitarian and development gap. The second area where we see much more collaboration and cooperation is understanding and approaching resilience building from in a MENA region, from a country also and a regional perspective, developing a stronger partnership at regional level and also at the country level. And by doing that, really, we will be able to better understand the needs and better understand the resilience in this region, which is very much different from many other regions, apart from the facts which results from conflict and natural disaster impact. Lastly, we are going to, we can work, it is important that we work with national government and also with other partners to strengthen social national social protection mechanism, which are, as I mentioned in the beginning, which is targeting subsidy, reforming the public distribution system, and increasing the capacities of the institutions and the communities and the people to respond to shocks and to be much more resilient. I would just conclude with the fact that World Food Programme has a long experience in addressing resilience and understanding the resilience and studying it in different areas. However, irrespective of what we are trying to do, we will be in short of really meeting the needs in this area. Without really a real cooperation with all agencies, with all of you who are really very much interested in also linking our efforts in humanitarian work with development and resilience, and that is the only way forward that we could really have a meaningful impact for the households and for the community and the government at large. Thank you very much.